Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at Reanimator. We haven't done that in a little minute, but there's a new card that really makes me think that this could set the whole thing off. Alright, so first things first, that card we're talking about is Collector's Vault. This card actually lets you discard a thing and draw a card, which is great, and it creates a treasure token. Now, why this is important is for two reasons. One, we get to fill our graveyard, and we get to search for better cards to maybe get the Reanimator spell we're looking for. And it gives us treasure that we can use to cast our next thing, which means you could actually be doing what you want to do on turn 4 in some cases, which is pretty fantastic. So cool that this is a piece that we're going to get to play with. We're also going to need other things to get stuff into the graveyard. We're going to be using things like the Restoration of Iganjo, because on the second chapter we can discard, so we like that. There's also the possibility of using Liliana, which is obviously great removal, but each turn we can discard big things to our graveyard as well. And then we have the combinations of things that are either the things we're trying to reanimate or the things to reanimate them. So our reanimation cards are going to be things you've been seeing for a while in Invoke Justice, because this can get any permanent back, which is great because we can also get like Planeswalkers and stuff, but so can Invasion of Tolvada. Now this has the cool option that on the backside we can eventually generate tokens every turn and use that to win, so that's pretty sweet. Don't know how often that's going to happen. I assume the opponents are going to concede very often once you get one of our massive things back. Speaking of which, our targets for this are, other than Wandering Emperor, because that's a Planeswalker obviously, is going to be Sanctuary Warden, because this can help us get extra cards, possibly set us up for a second reanimation thing, but also it's just really hard to get out of the way, so we like that. Also, Toxtrol. I think this is a fantastic card when we're able to get this against mono red. Often it picks off one or two things immediately, giving you some extra blockers, and then just turns stuff around to usually help you lock up the board. Of course, there's going to be Kaya and Tangible Slayer. This is another way to gain life late in the game, but also can just turn things around, being a very quirky and powerful card. And of course, we're going to play Atraxa because, well, if you can reanimate Atraxa, why not? Plus, Collector's Vault gives us treasure that we can actually use to cast the Atraxa in a pinch. And of course, the best thing we can get with both Tolvada and Invoke Justice is Portal to Phyrexia, right? If this gets out, it sticks, we're probably solid gold. So those are going to be the key cards. Of course, there's going to be some other things, but those are the things we're focused on today. But if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video, or you can go down to the description, look for the blue arrows, it'll take you to our Moxfield link, and you can see today's deck and a pile of other decks already ready for standard, with a bunch of Eldraine stuff in them. Man, I can't talk after Vegas. Y'all wore me out. Let's just go play some games. This is tough, because part of me feels like double Atraxa is awful to have in your opener, but if I get Restoration of Iganjo, I can put it in the graveyard, so there's that. But I'd also have to draw more land too. I think I'm just going to mulligan this. Maybe I should have kept what I had, but we'll see. So far not good. So far not good. Food fight. That's on my list of stuff to build with next. That's awesome. Cool to see somebody else playing it. Bad news is I don't really have a great way to deal with food fight. Alright, take 3. Let's go ahead and play this. Go get a planes. Yeah, this is rough because there's not even anything to get with the Portal to Phyrexia right now. Circuit Mender works perfectly. That's actually interesting, but I don't know. Dang. What do I want to discard here? Probably, but we can almost cast a Sanctuary Warden too. But I need a target for this stuff, so I guess Sanctuary Warden it is. Probably should have been Portal, honestly. But I'm going to get to discard another card here anyway, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, next turn, but this turn I just go search for a land. Alright. Because I think if I put the portal in the yard, it looks outright like... Well, I drew another portal. It looks immediately like a Reanimator deck. Whereas if you discard the Sanctuary Warden, it kind of looks like, oh, I just didn't have the mana. Okay. Let's target this. Target player me. All right, we'll see if this matters. We're about to get a Circuit Mender, maybe. I say that. We'll get a Sanctuary Warden, obviously. Question is, can we do enough before they can just burn us out? That's a real question. And I don't know that answer. We're at 13 already. We could die. All right. I don't hate that because they're not doing much else to us this turn. So that feels okay. We do take some damage if they want to hit us here. And we'll be turning into another 3/4. We'll get the Angel. Could get a card if we wanted it. Go to our graveyard. I think we do get a card. Yeah, that doesn't do much. Oh man, I wish I could have got you into play. That would have been sweet. Yeah, not a lot else to do here. I don't even have a creature land to attack with. So, sure. That would have been nice to get a little life back, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I guess if we were hard up and just wanted more cards, we could, like, attack with the Warden, remove the counter, kill it during their end step. That's a little gimmicky. I don't think I would, but it's a thing. Depopulate. Sure. That was cool, I guess. Well, now if our creature dies, we don't mind too much. And, yeah, we're just attacking, I suppose. Nothing else to do here. I mean, that's not true. I could have put a counter. Nah, that's all right. I should have put the counter on and then just remove that. That would have been smarter. That was a mistake. Definitely could have got a card there. But let's go ahead. Since we didn't get a card, might as well get the body, right? 15-15, though. What do we got going on, opponent? I mean, they could Sunfall here. That would suck a little bit. Yeah, Ossification, you got it. All you, boss. Oh, that's dumb. I should have killed it. I forgot I didn't have my shields on it. I could have killed it and then just reanimated it. That would have been smarter. Yeah, I might have set myself up to lose with that play, actually. We'll see what happens, though. Yep, you got it. Oh, well, that's kind of nice, I guess. Alright. Let's get... Ooh. Oh, actually, if we get Restoration of Iganjo, we could get Atraxa back. Man, it feels like I'm supposed to get the Wandering Emperor, but I'm going to get this. And it's probably going to look weird to the opponent. But, you know, I've already goofed this up, so I might as well try to make the most of it, right? Okay, sounds good. Go get a Plains. Move to attacks. Alright, in the turn. Yeah, because I could have just as well already had the Angel in play here, so that was just a bad play last turn. Not sure it matters, because these they could play, but that wouldn't be enough damage. So they do have to deal with these creatures first. And I don't know if they even want to kill the Circuit Mender, because it gets me a card, and then I get it back from the yard if I want it. Yeah, they're in a pretty rough spot here. Depending on what those two unknown cards are, though. Okay, Progenitor is going to make two, or actually a couple of Incubate things here. I think we just use this since we haven't had many opportunities otherwise. But it does effectively let them block once with a 3/3. Yep. Oh yeah, because that happens during my upkeep. I didn't get to discard that. Oh, wait. Hold up. What do you have over here? What do I have over here? I can just get a Wandering Emperor? That kind of sucks. Alright, we're just going to discard Atraxa. Play a land. We will move to Ataxes. Not much else going on there. All right. Opponent's at 3. We're at 15. I think we're safe, so let's let it ride. Despite making a couple of dumb plays this game, I think we're still going to be able to pull this one out. I mean, they can do a bunch of damage here, right? This is double damage. You control deals non-combat instrument, and then they get bonus cards to see. That's what that is. Yep. And we're not even close to dead at 13. And with 2 blockers. Yep. Grab that. Actually, not even that. Grab that. This. Alright. Could have got a creature land. It doesn't even matter here, though. This is so beyond over. Yeah. Ah, we finally drew Collector's Vault. Okay, cool. So now if we find something big, the next turn we can set up a good play on turn 4, which would be kind of nice. Looks like mono white control, so hopefully we'll have a little time. Let's see if they decide to get rid of this or not. Oh, it's not mono white. Interesting. Oh, it's just a different type of... Okay, sure. Not something I thought was a thing, but here we are. This whenever you cast or whenever it enters the battlefield. An enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, or when a Calyx or enchantment you control deals combat damage. Alright, let's go ahead and kill it now. I don't know if they have a way to protect it or not. I don't want to find out. Sure, that seems good. Ah, what a jerk face. Good card, though. Here, I highlight it for those who don't know what it is. Turns a card mana value 3 or less. That is excellent. I needed something worth discarding. So now we open up some options. Let's start by just killing Calyx. Pass the turn. Then, end of their turn, we can discard the Kaya. And then get the Kaya back, maybe, to... Alright. Like, the Kaya is not the end-all, be-all answer here, really. So, I think we still need to do this. Oh, now that changes things a little bit. We're going to still put the Kaya in the yard, but I don't think we're immediately going to go to get Kaya. I think I'm going to do this. Go ahead and get the plains. And then I'm thinking I'm going to hold out on this Wandering Emperor. Because now this opens up a series of things where, like... Oh, wow. That's an interesting card for him to play. Where we could possibly kill off something with the Wandering Emperor. Maybe we kill off something with the Kaya when we get it back. Or cast Liliana. And then that unlocks a few options. So I'm going to go for this. They probably have a way to protect their cards, though, the way they're playing. It's a very different type of build. But I'm going to do this just in case. Because I don't want to minus and then not get to kill anything. And if they just have an answer, they have an answer. And I can live with that. Okay, they didn't have it. I was like, we were giving up less value this way. And I'm alright with it. Didn't have it, though. Curiouser and curiouser, as they say. Yeah, I think I'm still just going to wait on the Kaya here. I don't see a reason to be in a hurry. Not with the way they're playing their deck. Sure. Good to know that's what one of the cards in the hand were, though. Make another blocker. Play this. Force them to... I should actually... Going for Liliana first is probably the best way to play this turn, so they're making a decision without knowing what else we're going to do for the turn. I think is probably better there. Now, I'm pretty certain we just lose a Planeswalker here, but we can live with that. I mean, you're going to get rid of the 2/2s. You can punch. Oh, they don't have it. Oh, and now we can get Atraxa back. Okay, how do we want to deal with this? So we draw and discard. We get the treasure. We could discard Atraxa, do that, and then empty our hand. I mean, we'll have extra cards to discard, get rid of, so sure. All right. Because that makes a treasure. But we also just have a land, which is fine. We don't have to use our treasure if we don't want to. But I also would rather have the restoration of a Ganjo after the fact when we discard. So yeah, I'm down. Alright, that was enough for the opponent. Yeah, this is another one of those matchups where it felt like the opponent was kind of doing their thing. And fortunately, we drew a couple of our early removal. And it bought us just enough time to maneuver. Because we actually, the early plan kind of looked like it was going to be to put Kaya into play. But then we drew Wandering Emperor and the whole game sort of shifted after that. So that's actually pretty cool, the way that game played out. Though we were at 9, we were set up to kind of slowly start getting more life back. The opponent was down to 2 cards, so yeah, things were looking pretty good there. They were actually going to be down to 1 card because we were going to make them lose one with the Liliana as well. So yeah, we had everything going our way in that one. This is pretty wild. I don't think this hand does anything. I think I have to mulligan it. This doesn't do as much, but it's at least something. I think we keep this, put the portal back, and we'll see what happens. Let's start there. Ooh, if this is Selesnya, this is going to be real good. We're going to get a lot of things with this. Admittedly, they can then just exile and get a bunch of stuff back, but it's kind of cool that that's even a possibility here. Get to eat up all the things. Okay. And this is always the part that's tough, because it's like, do I just want them to sacrifice a thing, and then we Liliana just for sport? Let them attack into Liliana? Sure. Because at this point, Liliana's just being more of a distraction than anything else. We're just hoping to get more value out of the temporary lockdown, really. Yep. Jukai Naturalist. And there wasn't anything else for them to play there, huh? If we do this now and then they exile, then everything would come back. Then we could shoot something Liliana. Alright, I mean, I guess I'm down with that plan. Not like my favorite plan, but it's alright. Steal from existence, they're going to steal ours. Fair. That still mostly works. They did get another card out of the deal, which is a little unfortunate. But they apparently missed a land there. Which says their hand is a lot of removal stuff, for the most part. Alright. Hallowed Haunting. We do not like seeing that. What's our next plan of attack here, then? Let's go this. Let's just get a plains. We can make them discard. Play a land, get another Liliana. Make them discard again. That's probably beneficial. Alright, a little awkward, but I'm into it. I think this is one of our only ways out, is just limit the number of cards they're going to have to make stuff with Hallowed Haunting until we find one of our sweepers. Oh, that costs 5. I wasn't even thinking. Oh, no. Alright, well, cool. If we're going to do that, then let's... Oh, I can't. I'm a mana short. Alright, yep. For some reason in my head, I was processing that as being 4, not 5. Alright, sure. that's the play, we can live with that.
Isn't how things were supposed to go.
Ooh, okay, we might need that later, so I don't necessarily want to give that up here immediately. Let's do this. Alright. Let's go ahead and get Liliana. I'm just debating if I want to make them discard or sacrifice here. I think it has to be sacrifice, because we don't want to give up the Sunfall, really.
Haven't you ever heard of personal
All right.
space?
Not a lot there, but it's something, I suppose. And for all I know, that might just be get rid of Liliana again here. All right, they get to go search for something. Yep, not a surprise. We're going to go ahead and off a bunch of things. And then send the discard machine into action. All right. Oh, I guess they have another Calyx in hand because they just immediately discarded that after picking it up. Seal from existence. All right. You got it. There goes old Liliana.
It's no fun when they hit back.
All right. See if they have something for this. Looks like they do not. Oh, that's an interesting card. Nothing in the yard, though. All right. Gonna try. Send these into here. Okay, we will end the turn. We also could get a Toxtrol, and if Toxtrol lives, you could work down these tokens too. They didn't play anything. Would this deck be playing Wandering Emperor? What would... They can't have all lands in hand. What would they be... Alright. I'm just going to attack with this. I don't want to lose a creature land in case. I'm assuming that's what it is. Or maybe it's somebody that kills an attacker. Oh, that guy. Okay. Well, that doesn't bother us that much. Cool that they're playing that, though. I played that in a couple of lists early on. Alright. What else you got? You got another one? Oh, bruh, you're kidding. What are the odds? Like, alright, you got it, fam. I mean, you let us or don't. I'm fine either way. Alright, in the turn. So now we're going to have dueling token makers. They do get to search here, which is disappointing. So they can exile our card. Actually, no, that gets rid of a creature. That's actually not so bad. Sure. Put a counter on that. Love it. And then exile our little 2/2. Seems good. Looks like I'm going to have to find another sweeper. Alright. Well, they get their duder. Oh, they're just coming after us. Alright. I mean, I guess so. They can probably kill us in 2 turns, so why not? Yep, seems good. So our options are pretty limited here. I think if we don't get Toxtrol, I'm not sure what our other big hit would be. Oh, but we found something else that's a Reanimator target. That's awesome. Okay, that's not bad. So we get this. Actually, wait a minute. If we get the invasion back, we can get this back anyway. So we get a twofer. And then we can flip that to the backside. All right, I'm into it. And then we get this. That's going to do a lot of work. All right. And then we attack here. Okay, put that into play. Into turn and make another flying blocker. Hopefully they eventually hit a land. I'll jump that. Why not? Generous Visitor. That does nothing in this scenario. Love to see it. Let's view the battlefield. Do we not have a target? We don't. Oh. Okay, then. Let's get a card, then. I mean, life's cool, but this is even better. Love to see it. I mean, it gets rid of everything, but, like, I'm willing to take that chance. And then now we can make them exile, or sacrifice, I mean. Then we go ahead and play this. We should be able to activate this and attack now. And we get to make a token. Alright. Now we're cooking a little bit. We'll get us a Calyx, so they don't ever get it back. Put counters on these little flyers. Won't be using that anytime soon. Oh, I guess if I don't, I can't really pump Liliana, can I? Alright. It's not really worth using that. I guess I'm just going to discard this. Ah, well. Keep it pushing.
Drop it.
I mean, if I block with this, what would they have to get? Oh, they could have the other cosmic whatever thing, right? Alright. We don't want to give them Calyx back. Not easily, anyway. Alright, cool. We got there. I think I made a questionable play a couple turns ago, but ultimately, once we were able to get this combination of stuff down, it becomes pretty hard for them to punch through. Plus, they'd already used multiple actual seals from Resistance and stuff, and they copied one of them, so they didn't have... I mean, I guess not totally true, because they did have their... whatchamacallits there, but we got rid of a couple of them, of the ossifications, which did help us out a little bit too. So overall, it worked out, I guess. I think I could have played the lines a little bit cleaner. But yeah, a matchup that I thought was going to get away from me in the beginning, so that feels pretty good to win that. Okay, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. I like it. Oh, I don't like blue-black, though. Oh, you're going to make us discard, though. I'm down. That could have been way worse. But we'll see what they're up to. Okay, here's something you can counter. No, they don't even have a counter. At least not a 2-mana counter hand. Though I have been seeing a lot of people playing more Dissipates even than Make Disappears lately. And I'm not sure if that's a meta shift or something happened to cause people to want to change. But it's definitely something I've recently noticed. What do we want to discard here? Land's going to come in and play tapped anyway. I'd probably just do that. But, yeah. Alright. Seems fine. And then we just go ahead and Liliana here, and then hope we can sneak something fun into play. Looks to be our plan here. Probably should have just played the planes there, though, honestly.
No more distractions.
Less information.
I've always hated crowds.
Alright. So at least have a creature land maybe we could do some stuff with. We've got Liliana to try to start cooking. That didn't work. Alright. I'm going to test the water with this. Target this. They have the counter? Like a negate or something? No. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's not like there's piles of creatures to get right now. It's just their one creature, so... Oh, bouncing that, that's great. I get extra value out of it. Don't mind that at all. Don't mind if I do. I'm kind of into it. And this guy lets us draw a card. I'm gonna make a bird token. Give me more things to fight with. Alright, thought they might be debating killing their own thing, which would have been very amusing for us. Yep, they assume they can't win from there. Yeah, I think at that point, unless they just had a bunch of bounce spells for our expensive things, but even then, we were going to have a restoration to help us find. So once we're at 7+ lands, nothing else really matters. And then I don't even know if they have stuff that would be able to kill the creature land unless it was just like Shieldred's Edict. But even then, I just sacrifice their creature and just get it back next turn. So yeah, our hand actually wasn't going to do a whole lot. I think I eventually was just going to wait till I had a moment to try to sneak this in and just get Liliana back and then just go into discard mode against the control deck. I was hoping to get them to spend a couple more cards, then fire this off, and then the combination of us getting tokens plus them emptying their hand was probably going to be enough to put things away. This is a good looking hand. I don't think we have a reason to throw this back. I mean, don't have double black for Liliana, but we can make a treasure from the vault if we take our time, so... There's a chance we're going to end up a little behind here in the early going, but we'll see if we catch things up. Though we did find our second black mana, so that's kind of nice too. That's going to have to wait. We are playing against a domain deck, so don't know how this is going to go just yet. Because they do have their enchantments that can exile things, so we have to be a little careful. They're digging for lands here early, though, which is probably a positive sign. And if they do get Atraxa, we do have Liliana to make them sacrifice it or whatever, so we'll see how much time we have in this one. Yep. Alright, we found our Atraxa, but we don't have any of our reanimation stuff yet. So we're definitely going to attack. I'm just debating if we go ahead and Liliana, get our first discard in, or if we just play Vault. Because the problem is we play Vault, we're not getting any uses out of it. I think we just do this and play Liliana. Because I feel like them discarding is more of a problem for them than for us, for obvious reasons. So we go ahead and do that. I think I'm willing to just risk it on the Atraxa. Oh, they're discarding Sunfalls. That's nice. Beanstalk. Lets them draw. They did have more lands. And a briefcase. So they're just going to try to cast their stuff next turn. Tough. Tough. Man, our hand did not come together here. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're still going to be short one. So we don't have to panic too much here. I mean, I guess... Sure. This is tough. I'm going to discard this, though. Alright. Oh, so are they playing the combo-y version? Alright, I'm going to go with this. And pass? I'm just kind of hoping we draw a reanimation thing somewhere along the way here to help us out. Really, I wanted to just be another Planeswalker, honestly. Be the smart thing, but we'll see. But next turn, if we discard the other vault... Okay, they're fetching for land. But if we can discard the other vaults, that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then the following turn, we could have 7. Just play a Kaya. I'm not sure if that solves anything for us. But it is a thing we can do. Alright, that's not terrible to have here, actually. Now, do we try to Atraxa? I mean, seems as good as anything. Let's see, we're going to play this regardless, I'm pretty sure. Let's discard. I want to do this before they know what action we have coming. They already got rid of a Sunfall, though, so I have a feeling there's another one in their hand. Yeah, they're discarding extras. But, alright, we're just going to load our hand up here, then. And then we'll have Kaya for 2 turns from now. Alright. Get Portal for the artifact. Get Toxtrol for... Actually, do we want Toxtrol? Yeah, we get Toxtrol for the creature. We'll get... Go for the Throat as our instant. We'll get another Liliana. We'll take this as our sorcery. We'll take this as our enchantments. And wow, we got a lot here. And we'll take another Shattered Sanctum as our land. So sure. And we'll attack. So no matter what they do here, we should have all the bases covered. Because even with the Sunfall, we just load back up. Oh, we got so many cards I have to discard. Sure, this duder can go. They did discard 2 Sunfalls. Oh, Atali, you got it. Yeah, a card, and then you get something off our library. Oh, they got one of our vaults. Which is actually good for us, honestly. That was a very sarcastic aw. Do I have anything in the graveyard for them to get? I guess I don't want to kill their thing, though, huh? That would suck. What's the best way for me to go about this? Like, if I kill that, that's not great. But they get it back during their upkeep, right? Do I need a way... I need to kill it during... I need to have this in play and then kill it during their instep so I get what I want. Is basically how this has to work out. Okay. So, seeing as how we can't do that, and I only have access to 6 mana, what's our next option? Just play... Well, don't have enough to play Kaya, so that's not an option. Alright, so I guess we just do this for now. Go to attacks. Oh, actually, that's a little bit silly. I think I did have an option, actually. Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I had something else in the yard. I was like, I could have used this to do something. I may just draw and discard a land. Get the treasure anyway. Well, I draw and discard the portal, and then, alright. Let's make the opponent discard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I keep a land, it's 7. I could just play the Toxtrol the following turn. I think I'm just discarding this. Can't put Toxtrol in the yard, because they can just get that back during their upkeep, and that's terrible, obviously. For so many reasons. Oh, they do get to play that. Alright. Sure. It's not the worst thing, though. Binding. Alright. Binding is going to go after what? Probably just a trackside, I'd imagine. Nope, they're going after that. Okay. I can live with that scenario. Actually, there's no chance for me to get that, because I realize I'm going to end up killing their stuff anyway. Huh. Do I need to kill that just so I can get it back? Like, do I care enough? Because then I'm not getting the portal back. Dang it. If I let that stay under there, what's our next plan? Then we just play Kaya the next turn? And then Kaya away in Atali? I mean, I guess that's fine. Alright, I'm going to let it go. I don't think it necessarily benefits us to do anything else there. They're not attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This just gives us 7. I don't think I even need to put anything else in the yard here. I think we're good. And then I'm just going to try to get us an Atali token. Alright. Oh, we got the portal. We did it, team. We did it. Whew. Oh, please put something in the yard I can get. Oh, they didn't. We'll get land and land. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and get this and flip it. Yep, then get their little duder back. We're in pretty good shape right now. I mean, nothing to get back with Portal, but I could also stack the upkeep effects. Or with this on the stack, I guess I could. Oh no, because it targets at the beginning. So I'd have to do it during their end step. Alright, good one. Good one. Yeah, that's a good, proud win there. Because there were a lot of decisions to be made. And once that Atali hit, I was getting a little concerned. But we did get them to discard a couple of early Sunfalls, which helped. And then having to work around the persistence of virtue, or the virtue of persistence, was actually very difficult. Because we had to create a scenario where there was a chance that we end up with the Atali and they don't. Which is pretty hard to do, honestly. So I like the way that turned out. Other option could have been just to play Toxtrol, but then they just block and whatever, and it's kind of silly. But yeah, this worked out. Having the Kaya letting us exile it worked out perfectly. The other options were, like I said, I was going to possibly just kill the Atraxa, then just recast the Atraxa with this, and then try to just beat them down fast enough. But yeah, no complaints. That was a strong game for sure. So yeah, as it turns out, y'all, Collector's Vault was good. I feel like we got most of the numbers pretty close to right. There were some times I wanted another land, but I think I'm already playing 25, 11, 12, 13, 17, 20, playing 26. So yeah, we really can't put any more in here, I don't think. But yeah, it was pretty tight. The removal all worked the way we wanted to. I think there were times I kind of wanted another Wandering Emperor, so that would have been pretty nice. So if you don't have some of the other pieces and you want to play another Emperor, I think that's more than justifiable. Or if you maybe wanted to cut, I don't know, either Sanctuary Warden or Toxtrol to play another one, I think that's reasonable too. But yeah, this worked out pretty strong for us. We've got 2 Ambitious Farmhand, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Collector's Vaults, 2 Temporary Lockdown, 4 Restoration, 3 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Depopulate, 1 Wandering Emperor, 3 Invoke Justice, a Sunfall, 4 Invasion of Tovada, 1 Sanctuary Warden, 1 Toxtrol, 1 Kaya, 2 Atraxa, 3 Portal to Phyrexia. Then we had Naganjo, Plains, 4 Swamps, Takanuma, 4 Caves of Koilos, 3 Restless Fortress, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 2 Rafine's Tower. Now, I will say, when you look at the list, some of you are probably wondering, like, why am I not playing, like, a max amount of Rafine's Tower, or a max amount of the Restless, whatever, Fortress? Part of the reason there is that we need our lands on turn 4 and turn 5 to be untapped. That's the main reason. Like, I wanted to load up on both, but the reality is, once we have 8 lands that come into play tapped, it does get a little bit dicier on those later turns to be able to reanimate when you want to, or cast that key Planeswalker when you need to. So while they're versatile and they're good, you can't afford to get stuck with them too often. But I like the numbers we played. I didn't feel like it was too bad. Everything worked out well. And honestly, the vault was actually really good. We only got it, I think, in 3 games, but it was really versatile. Like, the treasure and being able to cycle our hand through really shifted the face of those games whenever we had it in play. So yeah, the card's actually really good and probably, I don't know, kind of custom built for this type of deck. Now, do I think this type of deck that can dominate the standard format? Like, not necessarily, because I think the heavy counterspell decks are still going to be an issue. But I will say, like, if you want to play this and you have the parts, it is really, really strong and going to be really difficult to beat at times. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Iona, Shield of Emeria. Mostly because I just hate this card. This is a type of design that I'm glad we don't really get anymore, of cards that just try to prevent people from doing things, because it just sucks, right? Like, why have a card that just keeps people from playing Magic? Like, I get it, people like playing this type of Magic, and I understand. I'm not telling you you're wrong. If the cards exist, go ahead and play with them. But this isn't the thing that makes games more interesting. It doesn't make commentary or streaming any better. It's just not a good design. And people still think this type of card's okay, which I find amazing. But I just think I'm glad we got away from this. And while you don't see this very much because it's been banned and, you know, that whole thing, it is still a $5 card. So it's not like it's worthless. But this is a type of angel that I like the idea of restricting things. I don't like the idea of you just can't play things. So yeah, hopefully we don't see anything else like this in the future. But just a card that you probably not seen before that, yeah, this actually exists. And if you're looking for something a little bit different because you enjoyed this type of deck, check out this other deck we have with Ashiok that actually worked out way better than anticipated. Even had a match where we had dueling Ashioks. That was pretty sweet. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.